Hi everyone, I'm Susan from Maths on Toast, the family maths charity, and for our Fun Palace today I'm going to be showing you a magic trick using a playing card. Just a simple playing card. If you haven't got one of these at home, don't worry, all you'll need is a small piece of card or a small piece of paper, and if you want to, you can decorate it to make it look like your favourite playing card. And what we're going to be doing today is stepping through a playing card. Now you might be thinking, stepping through a playing card? That's impossible. Look at the size of the playing card and look at the size of me. But it is possible, and I'm going to show you the maths magic behind the trick. If you want to join in with us today, then you'll need your little piece of card. You'll need, if I can find them, a pair of scissors, and you might want to use a larger piece of card to practice on, or a piece of paper, just because it's a little bit tricky cutting into a playing card for the first time, because it's small and fiddly. So these are the three things that you'll need to join in with us today. So, if I was to say to you, here's a playing card, I want you to step through it, I wonder what you'd do. Now you'd probably be thinking, to step through it, I need to make a hole in it. And that's right, you do. And the way that you might do that is to fold it in half, and then you might think, well, if I cut a rectangle, a smaller rectangle inside, that will give me a hole. So let's see. I've cut a small rectangle, which is there. And the bit that I'm left with looks like this. So there is indeed a hole. It's not a very big hole though, and I don't think I would get through it. I might get my hand through it, just about. I don't think I'd get my foot through it. A mouse might be able to step through it, if we pop it over the mouse's head. But what we need is we need to make the perimeter, the measurement all the way around this playing card, bigger. But how can we make the perimeter bigger? Just by using a pair of scissors. And we're not allowed to snip the edge. Well, there is a way, and I'm going to show you how. So I'm going to show you on this bigger piece of paper to start with. What you'll need to do is imagine this is your playing card. You're going to fold it in half, like so. And with the folded edge, okay, we're going to have that along the bottom, and I'm just going to cut a snip all the way up, but not right the way to the top, okay? So along this edge here, I'm going to cut a line up, but leave a gap at the edge. So just like that. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Again, I'm not going to go all the way to the top. Just like that. And then I'm going to do two more cuts in the middle. So I'm going to do one there and one there. And again, I'm not going to go all the way to the top. So one and two. So you should have something that looks a bit like this. Once you've got that, you're going to flip your piece of paper over, and now the folded edge is along the top. And this time, we're going to go from the bottom edge, just like we did before. We're going to leave the two end pieces, and we're going to cut a line through the middle of the bits that we've just cut, of the sections we've just cut. Okay, so I'm going to go from the bottom up through the middle, and again, just like before, I'm going to leave a space at the top. Don't cut all the way through. And through the next section, leave a gap, and finally through that last section, and leave a gap. So now you should have something that looks like that. Keeping the folded bit along the top, we're going to leave the two end sections just like we did before, and we're very carefully now going to snip the fold on the three sections in the middle. Okay, so don't do anything with the end two pieces, but we're going to put, hopefully you can see, I'll leave the end piece, we're going to put our scissors through that middle section there, and we're going to snip the top, like that. Now this will be easier if you're doing it on a table, but I'm doing it like this just so I can show you today, but it might be an idea to sit down and have a table or something hard for you to lean on. And again, I'm going to do it with the next section. So I'm going to pop my scissors in the middle of the fold and snip that, and then the last one, and snip that. Once you've done that, you can very carefully open out your piece of paper or your playing card, and you'll see that actually the perimeter around the edge now is much, much bigger. Huge, in fact, compared to the size that it was. And it's a different shape too. It looks a bit like a flower, I suppose. Looks like petals on a flower. So let's have a go. Let's see if I can step through this. Okay, so, well, it's going over my head, which is good. I can get one arm through, get my other arm through. Carefully take it down. Hopefully it won't rip. Take it down on my legs. That's it. I've got one leg out and the other one. Ta-da! And it's still in one piece. So that is how we can make the perimeter bigger, so we can actually step through a piece of paper. Let's see if it works with the playing card. Now, because I'm much bigger than you are, I will probably need to do more slits than you. So, just like before, I'm going to fold it in half. Now, this playing card that I'm using here is actually really, really useful because it's got, hopefully you can see, a little white edge all the way around. So what I can do is I can make my first 2 slits along that, and I can just stop at the white line at the edge. Okay, so I'm not going to go all the way through, just like before, and I'm going to do that on the 2 edges. Okay, so I've got my 2 end pieces. Now, because I need to be able to step through this, and I'm quite big, I need to do lots and lots of slits. Okay, so I'm going to do lots and lots of, I'm not just going to do 3 this time. So just like before, I'm going to carefully cut up. Again, not going to the top, all the way to the top. And another one. Need to keep on going. One more, I think. Okay, so just like we did with the piece of paper, I've got lots of cuts from the folded end, or the folded edge, up to the top. So I'm going to flip it over, and just like before, I'm going to leave the 2 end pieces, and I'm going to cut up through the middle of the sections that I've just made. Again, not all the way to the top, so just take your time. This is a little bit fiddly because you don't want to cut through it and make a hole. Okay, so that's that one, and then I'm going to do the next one. Carefully up, but not all the way to the top. And again. About halfway through, I think. And the next one. Nearly there, 2 more. And the last one. Okay, so same as before. Just going to try and get it into the correct fold. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over just like we did before, even though it's a little bit more fiddly. So the folded edge is at the top. Again, I'm going to leave those 2 end pieces. I'm not going to touch them. So just like we did before. Luckily for me, they're white, so they stand out so I can see. And I'm just going to snip through the folds on all the other sections at the top. So I'm just going to carefully get my scissors through. Like I said, it is a little bit more fiddly, this one, and you might need to be on a table for this. Hopefully I can make this work. So there we go, got through that one. So I'm going to just make a little snip, and then the next one. that, and the next one. That's it, just take your time, just be extra careful because you don't want to cut a hole after you've done all of this. Just going to find the gap. There we go. That's that one. I think we've got 3 more to do. That one. And the next one. Oh no, it might be 4. Got 2 left, I think. That's that. And last one. And let's see if it's worked. Fingers crossed. Okay, I've made all my snips. Let's see what happens when we open it out. Have I increased the perimeter of my playing card? Let's see. It's looking good. There we go. Wow, look at that. I think if I'm really careful, because it is very, very thin, I think I should just be able to get through it. I should be able to step through this playing card. Let's have a go. So, over the head, one arm. Next arm. I think it's still in one piece. Fingers crossed. Let's do the back. Make sure it's not caught on anything. Okay, we're going down. One leg through and the other leg through. Yay! Perfect. That is how we increase the perimeter, the measurement around the outside, to make it so big that I can actually step through a playing card. And that's maths magic. So I hope you've enjoyed stepping through a playing card today, and I hope that you have a go at home. And if you do, please do send us a picture or a video and send it to our social channels at Maths on Toast. Or if you prefer, you can send it to our email address, and that's info@mathsontoast.org.uk. And we would love to see your playing cards. Well, it doesn't really look like a playing card anymore, but we would love to see you do this activity. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.